Okay, hi BlueFireWitch. This is BlueFireWitch 99. And this is a video response for your video on Internet Biggotry from the Christians on Stickum. Billy, don't. Well, I wanted to, point out some things. I'm not putting anything against video, just bigotry is a big problem, especially when it comes to the Christian community. Especially in the area that I live in, where if you're not Christian, Muslim, Protestant, Jewish, or any other of the big name religions, you're nothing here. We've had a lot of problems with bigotry and how it really just isn't that cool to be dealing with, even on the net or in the real world or anything. So when I watched your video about how this happened to the people in Stickum, it really kind of pissed me off, because that just is another example of how blatant bigotry is just not needed or wanted here at all. I know we've had, where I live, when I said if you're not any of those big name religions, you're not anything, one of the examples is in our Barnes & Nobles here. We had a really nice New Age section. We had 2 full bookshelves, full bookcases for New Age books, and we had a whole bookcase for tarot cards and oracle cards, and then there was like 2 bookcases for stuff like past life regression, and then a whole bookcase on ghost hunting and werewolves and vampires and mandalas and numerology and meditation, and a bookcase on philosophy. And now we have maybe a bookcase full for New Age, 3 or 4 bookcases for past life regression and stuff like that, half a bookcase for ghost hunting, mandalas, meditation, numerology, 3 whole bookcases for philosophy, and a couple shelves for tarot cards and oracle cards and stuff like that. Their excuse, oh, there's no big need for them, when there's quite a few Wiccans and pagans and others here where we live, and that really need some of these books, and we have to go out of town to other bookstores just to get what we want, because the Barnes & Nobles here keeps shortening and shortening the selection of books for New Age, and keeps growing the books for everybody else. While the Christian section of Bibles and stuff like that are 3 whole aisles full of stuff for them, and every other religion has just about as much, if not more, and ours keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller as time goes on. Now, there is quite a selection of pagans and Wiccans here, and it's a non-stop bigotry problem when it comes to being who we are. I mean, I personally am a little more out there when it comes to being Wiccan and pagan. I have a pentacle on my dog collar. I wear a dog collar because it's something a little more comfortable than most necklaces. I have my life tree necklace. I have a bracelet that has a pentacle on it, and I got pentacle earrings. But, I mean, that's just who I am. This is what I've learned from walking along my path, is that I'm a little more free with who I want to be, and I'm not as tied down and shut off. And I go out in public and I get a lot of stares, a lot of questioning looks, and I've actually gotten a lot of anger from Christians calling me a devil worshipper. Yeah, this thing only records 5 minutes, so I have to keep uploading and re-recording things. Anyway, as I was saying, I get looks and stuff, and just because I seem to wear my religious symbols just like everybody else does, but you don't see me going out of my way to point out, oh look, there's a Christian with a cross, oh look, there's a Muslim wearing hijab. I mean, my sister's Muslim, and most of my family's Christian. My mom, my brother, and I are about the only Wiccan pagans in our family. So basically, this whole bigotry thing, people really have got to learn that, it's like the old saying, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And, if people want to be friends and everything, they gotta cut this bigotry out. I mean, putting the heartogram up on your thing. I mean, dude, that's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna boot you out because you put a cross on. You know, we're not bigots like that. We don't just persecute you because of what you put on your thing. I mean, yeah, I haven't been on Stickum in a while. I'm still trying to work my account out. Anyway, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we don't just boot people up because, oh, they put on something that we don't exactly agree with. You know, we ask them nicely if they can please remove it. If they don't, we ask them a few more times. I mean, you know, after 3, you tend to, like, boot them out because, you know, it gets a little annoying. But it's a little bit ridiculous, and I feel really bad for this person who got booted out just because he put the heartogram from him up. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I've got my little pentacle on my bracelet right now. I mean, if I put a picture of that up, I'd probably get booted too. That's just how ridiculous things can get, and I feel really bad for the guy. Personally, when I eventually do get my Stickum account working right, I would never show up in there. So I mean, I'd show up in yours. I mean, personally, because I've heard about it and I've heard a few other people talking about it, and I personally find that. Okay, there we go. I figured out what was wrong. Anyway, like I was saying, personally, I'm probably gonna show up in your guys' thing and not show up in that one. But in all, you know, I find this bigotry stuff is full of itself and it really needs to stop. So if we can stamp out bigotry one place at a time, everything will be okay. Well, thanks for listening. I'll probably put another response up for something else later on, and I'm still working on things. And thanks BlueFireWitch for this information, and I really appreciate your videos. Thank you.